Welcome to another episode of Explornations. Hey, in this episode we take our friends Matt and Viv on a special trip. This is their first time to Gari, Fraser Island if you want to call it that, and we have some fun seeing all sorts of beautiful spaces and places around on the island and have some fun along the way. So stick around, join us and enjoy the trip. By the time we got to the island, it was early afternoon, so we thought we'd head straight up to our accommodation. We've booked a little place called Dingo's Den, which is in Happy Valley. Dingo's Den is just behind the pub at Happy Valley, has a great view. But the next morning we decided we're going to head up to Eli Creek for a bit of Eli Creek fun.
Hang on, I've crashed on the sandbank. This is where you end. Yeah, up the stairs.
After getting Eli Creek to ourselves pretty much for about an hour or so, we decided then to head up the beach and have a bit of a look at the Maheno wreck. So we've decided this morning to take a walk down the beach and have a look around, see if we can't see any dingoes.
Yeah. I can see two.
I'm going on.
Oh, that's a good one. I want a big long one because I'm short. I'm on the
I'm getting you dingo whackers.
whacking. Dingo whackers or husband bashers? One of the two. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? Everybody will go,
I'm a bit worried about you two playing Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker with your lightsabers. The sticks aren't really for whacking dingoes or husbands for that matter. They're there just to protect yourself in case they do come a little bit too close. So we took a walk along the beach and having a look in the coffee rock. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful little formations that you'll find in here to have a look at. Little caves, water dripping. It's really pretty to see. There are literally hundreds of these little creeks that just flow out of the sand. Have a look at that. And of course it flows on out to the sea. If you've ever heard of the term microplastics, let's have a look at some just as we walk along the beach here. The plastic that ends up in our gutters and drains ends up out into the sea and ends up washing up onto our beautiful beaches. And it's such a shame to see, and we've really got to do better.
There's a beauty. See, dingo.
And sure enough, yes, we did find a couple of dingoes, and here they are having a go at some rubbish that was left unsecured. Now you might think, yep, that was all secured in there, but the dingoes have a way of getting into all sorts of things. We've actually had a rubbish bag on the back of our car torn apart one time by some hungry dingoes. So we were a bit hungry too, so we had dinner that night, and then the next morning we headed on up to the champagne pools. So this is the set of stairs I've been looking forward to tackling. Yeah, I had a total knee replacement earlier on this year, and this is something I've been looking forward to for quite some time, just to see how I can go making it down these stairs. And actually I did quite well. I was really happy. This might be a little bit more of a challenge, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, come on you lot, what's taking you so long? So after a refreshing swim at the champagne pools, we thought we'd head across the island and make a few stops along the way, first at the Knife Blade Sandblow and then at Lake Alom.
See that?
Yeah. The sandblows are formed by wind blowing through sparsely vegetated areas, and eventually it'll cover trees and do all sorts of things and travel inland. And they're constantly changing. Back to the car and off to our next stop, Lake Alom. We just pulled up at Lake Alom. Have a look at these trees.
I mean, it's so different.
Yeah, it is. Completely different to the rest of it.
Have you got your phone with you to take photos?
Yeah.
Lake Alum. We're at Lake Alum.
Alum.
Alum, where all the turtles are on Fraser Island. The walk lake, it's 1.4.
1.4.
1.4.
Yeah.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
Look out and see if we can see any turtles swimming in towards us. Oh, there's heaps here already.
I would just swim here and you've got the other lakes. Really?
This is sort of like a tea tree lake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, honey, we'll be back soon.
okay. So the two girls headed off for a walk right around the lake, which is around about 40 minutes. And Matt and I decided we're going to stop and sit down and relax for a while and have a cup of tea. So time to make a cup of tea. Get the belly on.
So Cole made Viv and I a cup of tea and we managed to save a couple of pieces of cake before the boys scoffed the lot. And then we headed off to the other side of the island, the eastern side.
Geez, there's a bit of a crowd down here at the moment, isn't there?
There's a dolphin swimming around out here, Col. You want to swim, babes?
Yep.
Do you reckon we'll be alright?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. So Rose and I had a quick swim in the crystal clear waters of Hervey Bay, and Matt and Viv made lunch. And after a bit of lunch we headed back home again for the night and getting prepared for another day of adventures. So today we're going to head off to the other side of the island, a place called Ungower, and we're going to have a look at some old shipwrecks. Got to take the old pirate here. So we headed back down the island and we're going to turn in at Dilly Village. Then we're going to head in on the inland track until we get to Deep Creek. So we're on our way across the island to Deep Creek, and this is where we're going to find two old shipwrecks. Now, one is actually a logging barge. They've dumped it on the shore when logging is finished, or well before that actually. And so that's the Ceratodus. The other one is the SS Palmer, which is an old steamship, hence the SS. And we're going to have a look around and see if we can find them. Just going to take a walk along here, and we're going to have a look down and see what we can find.
What's that over there? Is that still the
Over
island?
there
Or
would
is
be
that
some sort
the
of
mainland?
landing.
We're just going to take a walk down. There's a whole pile of kids camping here. We'll see if we can get through. This is not a real big creek. It doesn't look all that deep, although I suppose it could be about 2 metres. And it's surprising that they could get a ship up to this loading dock here.
It might disappear, Matt.
Man taken by mysterious crocodile. There's a couple of
There's no actual pathway. There is this old disused roadway. If you follow it up here, when you see these pipes, just find your way in amongst the trees here and you'll be surprised what you're going to see. The size of this ship in this tiny little creek. Yes, and here it is. Still sitting there. See if I can sneak through here. Ooh. Get a bit of a shot of it. What? Oh, riveted hulls. The SS Palmer was an old steamship built in 1884 and was abandoned in about 1942. So she was well over 60 years old and probably served her own as well. It carted gravel from the mainland to Fraser to build some roads, and it also carried logs back to the mainland.
No, it's going to take more than that. That's breezy mud. They're super showing their age, eh? The 80s, 80s, 70s, 80s. A lot of them, whatever they are. Hey everyone, just stop for some morning tea at
Ungower.
Ungower. Yep. Cookies instead of
Enjoying the Explornations trip of Fraser Island.
Yeah.
There you go, my love.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
Nice cup of coffee, yeah.
Creepy to me.
Not creepy, just don't get used to it. I made it because I was having a drink, so I made him one. He by no means is allowed to be unself-sufficient.
Oh, thanks for putting yours in here.
See what I got to put up with?
Yes, you need to. Yeah.
Next up, Central Station. Yeah, this is an old logging camp now used as a tourist information centre. Just take a walk down into Central Station. Creek. We're going to have a look in there.
Beautiful. Going to Warrable Creek. Matt's got on, tagged on to the end of that
he's
tour.
tag along.
He's tagged onto a tour to hear all the information.
I've never walked down here before.
Maybe this is the central station they all rave about.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll make good pictures sitting on there.
But I've got Bruce pants. No,
Yeah.
Can we get up now?
Yeah.
not easy.
Yeah. That creek's actually got water in it.
Oh, look at that. It's so clean. As much as 8-7 inclined to walk back. It's going to, do you want to go down and feel how cold it is?
To stay on that track
Oh,
to protect the creek. Come on, Matt, you can make it.
Lashing the log rafts ready for towing to Maryborough. So they towed them over to Maryborough. Holy dooly.
There's loads of information on these boards, including the dock and ship that we saw earlier on.
Oh, those tyres need replacing.
You reckon? Ah, they got miles left
Just
in
a
them yet.
wee bit bald. They don't even match. Look, none of them match. Wow, this looks like our trailer at home, Col.
We're just walking back to the car now after
Yep.
being down to Central Station.
Central Station. We didn't see one train anywhere.
No.
Making lunch, reading maps so we know where we're going on the way back.
Yeah.
Now let the fun begin.
Yeah, okay, we're watching. Will
Hey,
Viv
look
master
at
the wrap
this. Look at this.
by the end of the
I'll
trip?
be a rapper after this trip.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you don't wrap it perfectly tomorrow... Oh, you've run out of wraps now, haven't you?
Yep.
Ah, darn.
It just took 4 wraps to get me to be
Wrap
able to
it.
do something.
Matt's never going to wrap that. Look how much he's got in there.
You want a bet? I'm master rapper.
Master wrapper.
I actually dirtied my plate.
Right, I said it
How'd
up
you
here.
go, mate? How'd you go with it?
Oh, excuse me.
Ah, look at that.
Perfect wrap.
So we headed back up the beach to our camp, or to our house we'd rented at Happy Valley, and getting ready to pack up for tomorrow. We're heading home. So it's our last morning and we've packed up the car and we're heading back down the beach. And we're going to stop in at Yurong at the bakery there. Of course you can't bypass the bakery. But look, just watch out as you're driving along the beach. The police do patrol here. Here they are doing a random breath test on the beach. And it's the four-wheel drive cleanup this weekend, so everybody's coming up this way as we're heading home. So we're going to stop in at the bakery here right now. So a quick stop for some refreshments, and then it's off to the barge and over to the mainland. Back at Rainbow Beach, and we're just making one last stop at the amazing Carlo Sandblow.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. But we came up from another way because we came up from the caravan park.
And you
there.
walked it.
Walked all the way
Yeah.
up.
And it was walking up the cliff and up that. This is just. You'll have to sit down. There you go, Carl.
Keep walking.
I mean, we started with such terrible weather. But who's going to be hands-on?
Wow. My God. Great suggestion.
And here we are, the Sandblow.
Oh my God.
Double Island Point out there.
Look at this.
So that's the finish of our journey. We've made it up to the Carlo Sandblow at Rainbow Beach.
Yep, 6 nights.
6 nights. We've had an absolute ball. I hope you guys have had an absolute ball.
Such heaven, diversity. The whole area of Fraser Island is just
incredible
awesome.
trip, the whole
Our
thing.
hosts were out of this world. Took
Yeah.
us everywhere, entertained us.
Up the explanation.
Yeah,
Yeah, up the
absolutely. Go
explanations,
with
all
it.
right.
Go with it.
So
Thank
if you've
you
liked
so
this,
much, guys.
yeah, if you've liked this video, remember to hit the subscribe button
Yeah,
wherever that
yeah,
is, down this way, that way, up, down. I don't
Like-
know where it is.
And we've ended up with a rose between two thorns.
Oh,
Oh God!
so it's remember, guys, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay,
That's right.
Bye.
See you later.
Good.
Bye.
Bye.
Puppy, Nanny Rose is going to go and drive through Nolan's. That's how you do Nolan's. Doing it for the nanas.